So hey hello all, welcome to Science Books Review, and today I'm gonna review the book named Life of Pi by Yann Martel. I do completed the book just right now and I'm really very excited to share my thoughts. So let's get into it. The overview of this book follows the story of the character named Pisin Patel from his childhood to his understanding of this world. His father runs a zoo in Pondicherry, a union territory in India. During some financial crisis, they two decided to sell all their zoo animals so that they can able to kickstart their family anew in Canada. Unfortunately, during the travel, they do meet with a shipwreck. Fortunately, our main POV character Pisin Patel managed to survive and he is there in a lifeboat. Unfortunately, there's a tiger in the boat. So that's what the overview of this book. I do always split my review into spoiler and spoiler free, but that would be silly for this book review. So I do love to mention all the things which I do love in this book. This book is a survival based book, and I really very much agree upon that. But it is not solely about that. For example, let us take a Titanic movie where it is a romance genre, right? But it does have a lot of other elements, just like tragedy and friendship. All those things make the love between Jack and Rose in a much more good way. And here, the author uses the faith and belief in God as an element along with the survival to make the story. Uses the faith and belief in God as an element along with the survival to make the story really very interesting. Actually, I don't believe in God. I do attend Sunday services out of my parental compulsion, but here I do always agree upon all the things which he do talk about. But he does mention God in a really very much matured way. For example, here our main POV character does follows all the religion, Christianity, Hinduism, and Islam. So I do really love those aspects. And somewhat for 10 pages of the book, the author just trolls all the religion out here. Even a theist would laugh at all those things. Really very good writing, to be honest. And the second thing which I do love in this book is the character. I am a fantasy genre fan. I do readily believe that only the conversation between the characters does make us to fall in love with a specific one. But here the cat has been in the middle of the sea and he has no one to talk to except the tiger. But still, the author does made a lot of effort to make the story really very interesting. When the character does feel pain or the willpower or the fear, we can able to experience all those things. There are really very few authors who can able to do that, but with no one to have conversation. Yann Martel does a fabulous job out here. And the third thing which I do love in this book is I can able to relate to the character. He's from Pondicherry, which is somewhat 300 kilometers away from my town. So I do can able to relate to him in a lot more elaborated way. When it is mentioned about Kerala or the political change or his food items, I can able to relate to it. I do love all those things because I do reading a fantasy genre, which is some all those things are Western type. So it is a really very lovable to read a story in a character from India. So yeah, that is some good aspects. If you are from South India, I do recommend you this book. It is a must read for you. And this book has been converted into a movie. So you can able to watch this, and the movie is somewhat made in a really very good way. You can watch this on a Disney Plus Hotstar. But I would still recommend you to read this book on your own. Even if someone does mentions the story of this book from A to Z, does taking his own time, even 5 hours to explain this 300-page book, I do still believe you can able to understand and enjoy this even more when you read it on your own. Everyone does can able to love different aspects from this author. So it is a perfect entry point for your reading journey. So I do talk a lot high about this book. I do absolutely love it. So I do recommend you to read this one. I hope you won't be disappointed. So I would rate this book a 5 out of 5 after a long time I do rating a book 5 out of 5 in this channel, to be honest. Um, Actually, I have been reading Wheel of Time. I do experiencing a slog out there, so it is really very good to read another book which is somewhat really very interesting. So yeah, that's all the review. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have already read this book, comment down your thoughts. I will meet you in another book review in the next week. So until then, tata, bye bye. So hey hello all, welcome to Science Books Review, and today I'm gonna review the book named Life of Pi by Yann Martel. I do completed the book just right now and I'm really very excited to share my thoughts.